Of all the blessings which to mankind progress doth impart, one stands supreme. I mean the animal without a heart. Huge, this collective pseudo-beast, sans either pain or joy, does nothing except pre-exist. It's hoi in its polloi. And if sometimes he's prodded forth to exercise her vote, or made by threats of something worse than death to change their coat, which something, as you'll never guess in 50,000 years, equals the quote and unquote loss of liberty, my dears, or even is compelled to fight itself from tame to team, still doth our hero contemplate in raptures of undream that strictly and how scientific land of supernod, where freedom is compulsory and only man is God. Without a heart, the animal is very, very kind. So kind, it wouldn't like a soul and couldn't use a mind. You don't, you understand? You don't know, you understand them, you gotta get. You understand them dirty, you gotta get rid of. You don't know nothing. Listen, bud, listen. Them goddamn little yellow bastards, we're going to civilize them. A salesman is an it that stinks. Excuse me. Whether it's President of the USA or a gentleman named Mr. Finger isn't important. Whether it's millions of other punks or just a handful absolutely doesn't matter. And whether it's in lingerie or shrouds is immaterial. It stinks. A salesman is an it that stinks to please. But whether to please itself or someone else makes no more difference than if it sells hate, condoms, education, snake oil, vacuum cleaners, terror, strawberries, democrat, caveat emptor. See? Superfluous hair, or think we've met subhuman rights before. A politician is an arse upon which everyone has sat except a man. It was a goodly company which paid to make man free. For man is enslaved by a dread disease, and the sooner it's over, the sooner 'to biz. Don't ask me what it's, please. Then up rose Bishop Budge from Kew, a Anglican was who. With a rag and a bone and a hank of hair, then he picked up 1,000 pounds or two, and he smote the monster mare. Then up rose pride and up rose pelf and Ghibelline and Guelph, and ladios and ladios on radios and radios did save man from himself. Ye duskiest despots' goldenest gal did ring that dragon's tail, for men must loaf and women must lay, and she gave him a Desdemonial that took his breath away. All history oped her teeming womb, said demon for to doom. Yea, fresh complexions being oak with him, one William Shakespeare broke the silence of the tomb. Then uprose Mr. Lipschitz Prez, who always nothing says, and he kissed the general manager, and they smoked a Robert Burns cigar to the God of things like they are.
Pity this busy monster, man unkind, not. Progress is a comfortable disease. Your victim, death and life safely beyond, plays with the bigness of his littleness. Electrons deify one razor blade into a mountain range. Lenses extend unwish through curving where-when, till unwish returns on its unself. A world of made is not a world of born. Pity poor flesh and trees, poor stars and stones, but never this fine specimen of hyper-magical ultra-omnipotence. We doctors know a hopeless case of, listen, there's a hell of a good universe next door. Let's go.
Once like a spark, if strangers meet, life begins. Not poor, not rich, only aware, kind neither nor cruel, only complete. Not I, not you, not possible, only truthful. Truthfully once, if strangers who deep our most ourselves touch forever, and so to dark. Rain or hail, Sam done the best he kin till they digged his hole. Sam was a man, stout as a bridge, rugged as a bear, slick as a weasel, how be you, sun or snow? Gone into what? Like all them kings you read about, and on him sings a whippoorwill. Heart was big as the world ain't square, with room for the devil and his angels too. Yes, sir. What may be better, or what may be worse, and what may be clover, clover, clover? Nobody'll know. Sam was a man, grinned his grin, done his chores, laid him down. Sleep well. Except in your honor, My loveliest, nothing may move, may rest. You bring out of dark the earth a procession of wonders huger than prove our fears were hopes. The moon, open for you and close, will shy wings of because. Each why of star, afloat on not quite less than all of time, gives you skillful his flame. So is your heart alert. Of languages there's none but well she knows and can perfectly speak. Snowflake and rainbow, mind and soul, November and April, who younger than begin are, the worlds move in your and rest, my love, honor. All ignorance toboggans into know, and trudges up to ignorance again. But winter's not forever, even snow melts, and if spring should spoil the game, what then? All history's a winter sport or three, but were it 5, I'd still insist that all history is too small for even me. For me and you, exceedingly too small. Swoop, shrill, collective myth, into thy grave, merely to toil the scale to shriverness for every Madge and Mabel, Dick and Dave. Tomorrow is our permanent address, and there they'll scarcely find us. If they do, we'll move away still further into now. Darling, because my blood can sing and dance, and does with each or least, you're any most very amazing now or here. Let pitiless fear play host to every isn't that's under the spring. But if a look should April me, down isn't's own isn't, go ghostly they. Doubting can turn men see to stare, their faith to how, their joy to why, their stride and breathing to limp and prove. But if a look should April me some 1,000,000,000 more bright worlds than merely by doubting have darkly themselves unmade, makes love. Armies than hate itself and no meanness unsmaller. Armies can immensely meet for centuries and accept nothing, nothing's won. But if a look should April me for half a when, whatever is less alive than never begins to yes. But if a look should April me, though such as perfect hope can feel only despair, completely strikes forests of mind, mountains of soul, quite at the hugest which of his who, death is killed dead. Hills
jump with brooks. Trees tumble out of twigs and sticks.
If everything happens that can't be done, and anything's righter than books could plan, the stupidest teacher will almost guess, with a run, skip around we go, yes. There's nothing as something as one. One hasn't a why or because or although, and buds know better than books don't grow. One's anything old being everything new, with a what, which, around we come, who. One's every anything so. So world is a leaf, so tree is a bough, and birds sing sweeter than books tell how. So here is a way, and so your is a my, with a down, up, around again fly. Forever was never till now. Now I love you and you love me, and books are shorter than books can be. And deep in the high that does nothing but fall, with a shout each around we go all, there's somebody calling who's we. We're anything brighter than even the sun. We're everything greater than books might mean. We're every anything more than believe, with a spin, leap, alive. We're alive. We're wonderful, one times one. Laughing to find anyone's blind like me, like you, except in snow. A hum we make of grin for smile, whose head's his face with stones for eyes, for mind with none. Boy after girl, each brings a world to build our clown, shouting to see what no mind knows. A mindless he begins to guess what no tongue tells. Such as ourselves begins to sing and only grin, dancing to feel. Knots are their whys, stones become eyes, locks open keys. Haven't is have, doubt and believe like me, like you, vanish in so. Laughing to find a no one's more by far than you're alive or I'm, crying to lose as down someone whose we ungrows, a dream in the rain. I love you much, most beautiful darling, more than anyone on the earth, and I like you better than everything in the sky. Sunlight and singing welcome your coming, although winter may be everywhere, with such a silence and such a darkness, no one can quite begin to guess, except my life, the true time of year. And if what calls itself a world should have the luck to hear such singing, or glimpse such sunlight as will leap higher than high through gayer than gayest someone's heart at your each nearness, everyone certainly would, my most beautiful darling, believe in nothing but love.
No one and a star stand am to am, life to life, breathing to breathing, flaming dream to dreaming flame, united by perfect nothing. Millionary where-whens distant, as reckoned by the unimmortal mind, these immeasurable mysteries, human one and one celestial, stand soul to soul, freedom to freedom, till her most utmost secrecies and his dreaming flame by flaming dream merge at not imaginable which instant born, who is neither each both and self, adventures deathlessness.
You notice nobody wants less, not to mention least. And I observe nobody wants most, not putting it mildly, much. Maybe because everybody wants more and more and still more. What the hell? Are we all morticians? Out of the lie of no rises a truth of yes. Only herself, and who illimitably is, making fools understand, like wintry me, that not all matterings of mind equal one violet.
Over us, if, as what was dusk becomes darkness, innumerably singular, strictly immeasurable nowhere flames, its farthest silence nearer than each our heartbeat, believe that love and only love comprehends huger easily beyonds than timelessly alive all glories we've agreed with nothing deeper than our minds to call the stars. And darling, never fear. Love, when such marvels vanish, will include there by arriving magically here, and everywhere which you've and I've agreed and we've, with one last more than kiss, to call most the amazing miracle of all.
Whatever's merely willful and not miraculous, be never it so skillful, must wither, fail, and cease. But better than to grow, beauty knows no. Their goal in calm and fury, through joy and anguish, who've made her. Outglory, glory, the little while they live, unless by your thinking forever's long. Let beauty touch a blunder called life. We die to breathe. Itself becomes her wonder, and wonderful is death. But more, the older he's, the younger she's. Stand with your lover on the ending earth, and while a huge which by which huger than huge hooing sea leaps to greenly hurl snow, suppose we could not love, dear. Imagine ourselves like living neither nor dead, these or many thousand hearts which don't and dream, or many million minds which sleep and move, blind sands, at pitiless the mercy of time, 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 time. How fortunate are you and I, whose home is timelessness. We who have wandered down from fragrant mountains of eternal now, to frolic in such mysteries as birth and death a day, or maybe even less. Let's from some loud unworld's most rightful wrong climbing, my love, till mountains speak the truth, enter a cloverish silence of thrush song, and more than every miracle's to breathe. Wounded us will be causeless ultimate earth accept, and primeval whyless sky, healing our by immeasurable night spirits, and with illimitable day, shrived of that non-existence millions call life. You and I may reverently share the blessed eachness of all beautiful selves, holy which and innocently are. seemings enough for slaves of space and time. Ours is the now and here of freedom. Come. I am a little church, no great cathedral, far from the splendor and squalor of hurrying cities. I do not worry if briefer days grow briefest. I am not sorry when sun and rain make April. My life is the life of the reaper and the sower. My prayers are prayers of earth's own, clumsily striving, finding and losing and laughing and crying children, whose any sadness or joy is my grief or my gladness. Around me surges a miracle of unceasing birth and glory and death and resurrection. Over my sleeping self float flaming symbols of hope, and I wake to a perfect patience of mountains. I am a little church, far from the frantic world with its rapture and anguish, at peace with nature. I do not worry if longer nights grow longest. I am not sorry when silence becomes singing. Winter by spring, I lift my diminutive spire to merciful Him whose only now is forever. Standing erect in the deathless truth of His presence, welcoming humbly His light and proudly His darkness. How generous is that Himself, the Son, arriving truly, faithfully who goes, never a moment ceasing to begin the mystery of day for someone's eyes. With silver splendors past conceiving, who comforts his children if he disappears, till of more much than dark most nowhere, no particle is not a universe. But if with goldenly his fathering is that himself out of all silence strolls, nearness awakened, any bird should sing, and our nights, 1,000,000,000 miracles, 1,000,000 hundred nothings seem. We are Himself's own self, His very Hymn. Now, more near ourselves than we is a bird singing in a tree, who never sings the same thing twice, and still that singing's always his. Eyes can feel, but ears may see, there never lived a gayer he. If earth and sky should break in two, he'd make them one, his songs so true.
who sings for us, for you, for me, for each leaf newer than can be, and for his own, his love, his dear, he sings till everywhere is here.
Joyful, your complete, fearless and pure love, with one least ignorance, may comprehend more than shall ever provingly disprove, either in vastnesses of aurish mind. Nothing believable inhabits here. Overs of known descend through depths of guess. Shadows are substances and wings are birds. Unders of dream, adventure truths of skies. Darling of darlings, by that miracle which is the coming of pure, joyful, your fearless and complete love, all safely small, big, wickedly, worlds of world disappear. All and like any these my words of words turn to a silence whose the voice of voice. Unloves the heavenless hell and homeless home of knowledgeable shadows, quick to seize each nothing which all soulless wraiths proclaim substance, all heartless spectres happiness. Lovers alone wear sunlight, the whole truth not hid by matter, not by mind revealed, more than all dying life, all living death, and never which has been or will be told, sings only, and all lovers of the song. Here, only here, is freedom. Always here, no then of winter equals now of spring, but April's day transcends November's year. Eternity being so sans until twice I have lived forever in a smile. I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear. And whatever is done by only me is your doing, my darling. I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful you are my world, my true. And it's you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you. Here is the deepest secret
nobody knows. Here is the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart. I carry it in my heart.